Welcome back to CareerSource Tampa Bay's Introduction to Florida's Reemployment Assistance Process. This is part 2. We will review the information you'll need and your responsibilities during this video. What kind of information will you need to bring with you when you decide to file for unemployment? You'll need the names, addresses, and phone numbers of any employers that you have worked with in the past 18 months, as well as your gross earnings for those employers. For things like dates, addresses, phone numbers, or contact information for the employer, we recommend using Google, and that 18-month time frame is so no matter when your base period begins, you will still be covered. You're going to need the employer's Federal Employment Identification Number, or FEIN, and that can be found on your W-2 form. And you will need your Social Security number and form of state identification, like a driver's license or state ID. It doesn't have to be from Florida, but you need official identification. If you are in the U.S. military within the last 2 years, you'll need your form DD-214. If you are a federal employee, you'll need the form SF-50 or SF-8, along with check stubs or your W-2 proof of earning. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you'll need your alien registration number, along with your work permit expiration date. If you want to receive your benefit payments via direct deposits, you'll need your bank routing number and account number. The only other way to receive benefit payments is to have them loaded onto a debit card, which Florida's Reemployment Assistance Program will send you in the mail within 3 to 4 weeks. Remember, they will not issue any payments until 3 to 4 weeks. You don't need a bank account to use this card, and it works like a debit card and is accepted anywhere debit cards are accepted. You can withdraw cash with no service charge using ATMs at Wells Fargo, MoneyPass, or PNC. You can check your balance for free at epicard.com. You can also call to check your balance, but understand that after your first 5 calls per month, they will start charging you 50 cents per call. If you think that you may be qualified to file for reemployment assistance, please understand that Florida requires you to look for 5 job contacts every week. This starts the day you file your claim. The Department of Economic Opportunity's weekly tracking ends at 11:59 p.m. on Saturdays. So if you are laid off during the week, you would start looking for work the next week. Sunday would start the next week. If you've been unemployed for an entire week, you must look for 5 job contacts by the end of that week. Now, this requirement could change from time to time, so look for updates from DEO. Benefit payments timeline. When will you start receiving benefits? How does that work? In about a week, you will get in the mail a wage transcript and determination. It will show you your monetary eligibility, whether you qualify based on your wages from your base period as shown on Part 1. This week that you are waiting to get the letter is also called a waiting week because you won't receive any benefit payments. You still must look for 5 job contacts, but you will not receive payments for that week. You must be eligible on all issues to receive payments. No matter what the situation will be, you have to continue job searching. What if you can't use a computer? If you are unable to read or write effectively in English, Spanish, or Creole, you may qualify for an exemption. Or if you're physically or visually impaired or legally prohibited from using a computer or any of these situations, you can call this phone number, 1-800-681-8102. Again, that's 1-800-681-8102 to see about an exemption from the online requirement. If you don't know how to use a computer or you want to come to our center, please bring a friend or family member who knows how so they can help you out. We are not able to complete a claim for you. However, we are here to help navigate on how to complete your claim. The first responsibility, you must look for 5 jobs every week. Again, that can change from time to time. This can be online, in person, or over the phone. If you want to look for a job every day of the week, you can do that. If you want to spread them out throughout the week, you can do that as well. Or if you want to look for 5 jobs in a single day, that's okay too. Just remember, 5 jobs every week. The information that you will need from each application that you complete are as follows: the date of contact, the type of work you sought or job title, the name of the business. And if that's not provided, you could use the name of the website where you found the job site, like Monster or Craigslist. If you can get the business address, or at least the website or email address where you sent the application to, you're going to need one of those three things, depending if you did it in person or online. That's the other thing you'll have to provide. What was the application method? Did you apply online or by the phone? And what is the result of your search? Many times, your answer will be just waiting for a call back. You can record this information in a notebook or in a search log that we provide in our centers, or anything portable if you're planning to come back here to use our computers or help. Keep this information in a safe place for now. The next tutorials will talk about what you will need to do with these records eventually. For now, you just want to keep them safe and somewhere portable. Are there exemptions to this? Well, yes, if you're a union member, if you normally obtain work through a union, you may make 5 contacts a week through your union. You cannot apply to the exact same job at the exact same place more than 3 weeks in a row unless they specifically tell you that their hiring situation has changed. So you can't just keep putting the same job in the same place every week. The other alternative would be attending an employability skills workshop at one of our centers. This would count for 5 job searches if you attend one employability skills workshop. This can be done one time only for each workshop that we offer. You can learn more about the employability skills workshops at careersourcetampabay.com. Your second responsibility, you must fully register on employflorida.com. This is basically the state of Florida's version of a Monster or Career Builder website, or even Indeed. You must build a full profile on employflorida.com. Unlike unemployment, we know a lot about this site, and we have access to it as well. We can look up your profile and determine if it's absolutely complete. A full profile means your general information, such as address and phone number and your background, including recent work history, education, where you want to work and how much money you want to make, and a resume, either one you built on the site step by step or one that you uploaded, either way. Those 3 things must all be complete or your benefits can be affected. If you're not sure, come by one of our CareerSource Tampa Bay offices and we would be happy to help you out. You can find the CareerSource Tampa Bay offices at the bottom of our website, www.careersourcetb.com. You can also contact our contact center at 813-930-7400. Again, that number is 813-930-7400. Any other exemptions for registering on Employ Florida? They're pretty much the same as unemployment. If you are unable to read or write effectively in English, Spanish, or Creole, if you no longer reside in Florida, if you're physically or visually impaired, if you're legally prohibited from using a computer, or if you're on a temporary layoff of less than 8 weeks with a firm return date, or if you are a union member. If you think you qualify for an exemption under short-term compensation, this would be if you have reduced hours to prevent layoffs. We have a link here for more information on that. Any of these situations, you can call 1-800-681-8102 to inquire about that exemption for having to register on Employ Florida. Just like for unemployment, if you have no or limited computer skills, please bring a friend or family member so they can help you get this done. We cannot do this for you. This concludes part 2 of the tutorial. Please return to CareerSource Tampa Bay website and begin part 3, filing the claim. And thank you for watching.